Okay, so we got another pretty big story here. And again, this is a rumor. I like to put in big capital letters rumor right here because this could be proven right or wrong. And I have my skeptic hat on right now. So it seems like Nintendo may be planning some pretty major re-releases in 2020, possibly spilling into 2021. So apparently multiple sources have told Video Games Chronicles that the platform holder is planning to hold an event to coincide with this year's anniversary, which marks the 35 years since the start of the mainline Super Mario series in 1985 with the NES. Rumored games include 1997's Super Mario 64, 2002 Super Mario Sunshine, and 2007 Super Mario Galaxy. And I would imagine Galaxy 2 would kind of fall into that too, along with new installments in the Paper Mario series and the deluxe version of 2013's Super Mario 3D World. So from what it seems like, the rumor is that they're trying to drop some massive collection. I don't know if these are going to come in the form of individual ports or some giant collection. I don't know how they're going to treat this, but of re-released Mario games, which people have been asking for God knows how long. It sounds like a dream come true. I seriously don't necessarily buy into it yet. Again, sometimes when it sounds too good to be true, a lot of times it is. But again, with Nintendo, you never know. Of course, when they asked Nintendo to comment on this, they gave us the classic meme-worthy response: we don't comment on rumors and speculation. So, Steve, are you buying this?
Well, this is where it comes. It's because this is exactly what I want. I feel like it's not going to happen. It is a little strange that on my Nintendo Switch I can't play Mario 64. I can't play Sunshine. The Galaxies, I've yet to play the Galaxy games truly from start to finish because of it's stranded on that hardware. I don't believe this they're gonna do something for the 35th anniversary. I can see them maybe doing a collection because they did. They ported All Stars on the Nintendo Wii for one of the anniversaries. Came in a nice little red box, and it was gold and stuff like that.
That was the 25th, right? I think so.
I believe that was the 25th anniversary. So they did pile up those, but those games are kind of available on the Switch due to the online service. So it'd be nice to have that not attached to those in a sense. Now I just don't see them porting these 3D games over to the Switch. I would love to be wrong, but I just think this will start this can either go two ways. Like, they're not going to do it and people are going to be sad, or they are going to do it and they're going to just start printing money, because you got to assume then the Legend of Zelda series will be next. People are going to want Ocarina and Majora's Mask pretty quick, and everyone wants the Wind Waker HD, Twilight Princess HD that was stuck on Wii U, the forever rumored Skyward Sword. I just think this is something they should do. I don't believe these rumors much because nothing's kind of leaked. Nintendo's been super quiet with their directs, even that little mini direct they did a while ago, or it seems like a while, maybe been 2 weeks ago. There wasn't much information. They don't have a big game plan for 2020 really, and into 2021. These would be big titles to use as to fight back a little bit on the cusp of Xbox Series X and the PlayStation 5. Because these are games that are held. I mean, I know some people who say Mario's, the two Galaxy games are legitimately perfect Mario games. I, again, haven't been able to experience that myself because they won't put it anywhere else. So I would love to. I would even love it more if it was one giant collection. They probably are going to slowly leak these out. The only one I can probably pretty confidently say will happen is the Super Mario 3D World Deluxe version.
Oh yeah, no doubt.
Because that's one of the few Wii U titles still stuck. That, and I believe like Game & Wario and Pikmin 3. I think are the only games that have not resurfaced.
In Nintendo first party, there's about 3 left.
I believe those are the only ones because obviously everything else has been brought over. That's the only one I can almost confidently say that will probably release this fall. I'd love to be wrong. This sounds great. I remember you and I discussed really quickly because I wanted to save it for the podcast. It just sounds too good to be true. I don't believe it. That you're going to give me Sunshine, not on the GameCube. They've never done anything with Sunshine since they released it. Like, they didn't put it on Wii. I mean, you could play it backwards compatible, but it wasn't on Wii. It wasn't on Wii U. It isn't back in any form, so...
Yeah, and I have problems with this because, not to mention the Galaxy game specifically, that can't be a straight port because, again, it had the motion controls baked into it. Now, are there workarounds on the Switch where they can do that, where you can calibrate the controller into the center of the screen and that can kind of like mock motion controls, kind of like World of Goo did? Is there workarounds? Yes. But again, if they're able to get Galaxy, that opens everything pretty much on the Wii to being ported. And I think Galaxy has the same reason for coming over, the same reason that Skyward Sword has. The fact that these are not games that you can simply just take the motion controls out and replace it with normal traditional controls and play. No, in Galaxy, it is a fundamental part to pick up all the different collectibles around you, is that most motion control little star piece you have with the wand. So just they would fundamentally have to rework this game on a top to bottom level to get it back. So that one to me is the one that I'm the most skeptical about, is the Galaxy component of it. 64, I mean, I'm open to the possibility. Again, the Odyssey working with at the later half of the game. Again, sorry about the spoiler, but yeah, it has a little bit of contingent of Mario 64 there. So I mean, I'm not super opposed to that. Sunshine, it's something that I'd like, but again, Nintendo is not necessarily the ones to hear what people are saying and be like, okay, yeah, we'll do that. They kind of march to the beat of their own drum. But again, if this happens, this is pretty much their Master Chief collection. And that's a really major deal. The fact that their most beloved, most in-demand character, they're going to put together a collection and drop that. Like, that's some legendary stuff. And the last time they did anything that like really impacted on the level, again, yeah, was that All-Stars initial release on the Super Nintendo, where that was legendary then, and then porting it to Wii, that was an incredibly big move then too. But Mario collections are very scarce. You don't see them very often. And so seeing a collection on this level, not to mention, if you look at the Switch and its monetization format, Nintendo aren't really the ones to package things up in the most bang for your buck type situation, unfortunately. When you look at Switch things and the Switch tax, everything's kind of broken up piecemeal. You'll have the DMC collection on the PS4 and Xbox, but when it comes to Switch, you get DMC 1, wait some time, DMC 2, and then DMC 3, the special edition. So when there's an opportunity to monetize something in a broken up format, publishers and Nintendo included tend to take advantage of that the most they can, because Switch fans and specifically Nintendo fans have proven time and time again they're willing to pay it in a way that maybe other consoles they're not. So could these Mario games come back in some capacity on the Switch? Sure, maybe eventually. Are they going to be grouped together? I doubt it, because if they can make way more money selling them separately, you're pretty much guaranteed that they're going to do that. So I seriously doubt they're going to give you 3 to 4 major 3D Mario games for a single price. It would be the nicest thing they've ever done, but I seriously doubt it.
Yeah, I don't believe it either. I mean, again, it's not that I don't believe it, it's just history's shown us not to expect this from them.
No, but again, I'm sure, are well aware of the fact that if they did anything remotely like this, they tomorrow can announce, hey, Mario 64, the exact same game, nothing adjusted, maybe, a little up-res to match on the Switch screen. But yeah, just Mario 64, going to be on the eShop next month, $60. There's going to be some people who will be like, wow, $60 for a 90s game? That's crazy. But okay. And they're going to buy it.
I would not. Absolutely not. I don't know how they could justify that.
Oh, they've justified less.
I get it, but
what price was Captain Toad when that came out?
That's true.
And that's an isometric puzzle game on the Wii U that people like a lot, but there's not that much bang for your buck there.
They charged the same price again when they re-released it on Switch. No, I do understand, because Mario Kart 8 Deluxe was $60.
Exactly, yeah.
Captain Toad was actually, that I believe was $50, because it was always a discounted price or whatever. But yeah, everything that was ported over to Switch was charged another $60. So
when have you seen a budget Mario title? Mario specifically. That's my issue with it. This is their bread and butter right here.
I'll make an angry rant. I don't know what you want me to do that. If they try to charge $60 for Mario 64, I just can't believe it.
And again, let's not pitchfork them and indict them yet. They haven't done this. I'm just making a prediction that if they're gonna try to extract as much money as possible with these re-releases if this happens. And as they well should. I mean, hey, they're a corporation. Make your money where you can. And if the market will tell you what they're willing to pay, and if they're willing to pay it, then charge them it, whatever. But I mean, I seriously doubt. I think we can at least agree. There's no way they bundle all these games together for $60. There's no way.
Absolutely not. Absolutely. When I heard this rumor, I assumed. So, again, it sucks that I assumed this way, but 3D World Deluxe Edition will probably be a full 60. I assumed that they would put 64 and Sunshine together and charge 60, and then the 2 Galaxies together and charge 60. So they're at least bundling them that way.
Yeah, that's possible.
And then whatever they do with the Paper Mario series, I don't know what they're going to do with that.
That would be a new title, and that's going to be a full 60 too.
That'd be a full 60, yeah. So that's how I assumed, and I mean, I don't know, you got to at least fluff it up. I mean, put some artwork, take some cues from the Mega Man collections and the Castlevania and most of the Konami collections that have all come out for 15.
And they're excellent.
And they're excellent. They usually have like 10 games in them for like $15, $20. I mean, I get it's Mario, but come on. But yeah, you gotta fluff it up somehow. I don't know how. But give us all this documentary and stuff like that, because that's what stuff people do enjoy. So that's what you would have to do to try to convince me for that much.
And I'd like to sit here and be like, listen, hey, if they charge too much and they're being unfair about it, I'm not gonna buy it. I'm gonna speak with my wallet. I'd like to think that. But Super Mario Sunshine is one of my favorite games of all time.
Yeah.
And ultimately, keeping it honest, as much as I hate to say it, what they charge for it is what I will buy it for. Unfortunately, the moment that's out, I am buying that, period. And it's like, I'd love to speak with my wallet, but these are just such high caliber games. We're not talking about some chump, Bubsy 3D type games. No, we're talking about legendary, some of the best games of all time. And so ultimately, Nintendo is well aware of what they can get away with. And Nintendo fans have proved that they may not have the deepest pockets, but they'll get the money somewhere, because they're paying for re-releases of re-releases of re-releases for the 6th time. For, I mean, they're charging $20 and stuff like that for the NES games as recent as the 3DS.
Yeah.
And now they have this virtual console situation. But again, even that offering is fairly limited in terms of Nintendo first party games. So
that's true. That's true.
It's like, I wouldn't venture to say like they're greedy, but they're aware of what they can get away with, and I'm curious to see how this plays out. But again, it sounds too good to be true, and
yeah.
it makes a little bit too much sense for them to do this, because Virtual Console made all sense in the world. This massive library, you charge $5 to $10 a piece and let people play any game they want in Nintendo's history. That makes way too much sense. And instead they have this kind of subscription style model where they kind of drip feed you via IV 1 to 3 games every 6 freaking months. So like, I don't know if I don't know if I buy the fact that they're gonna drop, hey, every Mario game that you've ever wanted on a current gen console. Sure, we heard your demands and here you go. It's like, nah, no, not from Nintendo.
Yeah, that's true. So we'll have to see. We'll keep in touch with them and see. Hopefully we get a direct soon that unveils this all, and I'd love to eat my words.
Yeah, I'll keep my eyes open.